Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending this seminar. So, first of all, please allow me to introduce my company to you. Our company was named A Global, which is established in Taipei in 1989. Now we have our factory located in Zhongshan, Guangzhou. Also, we have a sales office in Shanghai, and we have another sales office in Taipei. The main business of our company is to design and produce, as well as selling different type of fancy yarns. Now in Shanghai branch, we also started our business of fabric design and knitwear designing. Now I would like to give you a brief introduce about our new collection, Dry Dye Tech. Everybody working in textile industry would know that sustainable is the hottest topic in this industry. In recent years, we have a lot of environment issue in this planet, such as global warming or the recent one, COVID-19 pandemic. So sustainable or environment-friendly product is really a requirement from the end buyers, from the end market. So we can see the whole supply chain is try the best to apply to this trend. So let's see what we did for this. There are two mainstream methods to produce sustainable product. From the raw material side, we saw a lot of recycled materials. We can see a lot of recycled materials. For example, recycled polyester, which is very mature. It is a very mature technology in this market. Besides recycled polyester, we still have a lot of other recycled materials. For example, recycled nylon, recycled acrylic, and recycled even cotton, recycled cashmere, wool. Well, we can see this is a very mainstream method to produce recycled sustainable material. The second method is to supervising every factory of every step of their process. So this part usually happens in the dyeing factories. According to my knowledge about the market, there are a lot of top dye mills. They hired third party to give a supervising to their own dyeing process. So under third party supervising, the water pollution and gas emission problem was solved in a good way. So we can say it is a kind of very effective way as well. These two methods we mentioned earlier was based on raw material or dyeing process. But A Global is a spinner. We're working on spinning only. It looks like we can do nothing for sustainable. Then that is why we're thinking, what can we really do for sustainable? So this is how we figure out Dry Dye Tech. The next step, I would like to introduce you the process of Dry Dye Tech. Let's see this picture first. We can see there are two types of yarns in the whole market. The first one is yarn dyed. The second one is top dyed. So let's look at the top of the picture. Yarn dye process. The yarn dye process is like we take raw white fiber and go to spinning factory. Then we go to water dyeing, like normal dyeing mill. And after that, we got colored yarn. Then let's see the bottom is top dyeing process. On top dyeing process, we take raw white fiber and we put the fiber directly to the dyeing mill to get dyed. fiber, then go to spinning factory. Then we get a colored yarn. Then let's see how dry dye works. When the fibers are still at solution stage, we add pigment into the solution. Then we got a colored solution. Then it came out with the colored fiber. Then we put it into spinning factory. Then we get the color yarn. Aside with those colored authentic fibers, we still use natural fibers. For those natural fibers, we take the original colors of them, or we mostly just bleach it. We use such as linen or wool or cashmere, even cotton. Anyway, we do not dye them. With our special blending and spinning system, we can produce many types of fancy yarns based on this dry dye technology. Then you might say, this is such a simple process. Yes, it's simple, because we skipped the whole dyeing process from it. That's why we say recycling and supervising is just adding up sustainable. But we call this dry dye tech as minus sustainable. Let's go back to recycling and process supervising method. We can find that we call it adding up sustainable because they are intended to add up extra process based on current process. But dry dye tech is different. It totally removed a whole dyeing process. So this is a brief introduction of a dry dye philosophy. For the next page, I would like to show you how much we saved for this dry dye tech. So let's see what can we really save from skipping dyeing process. So let's see this picture. This is the data from producing per ton of yarn. This data was collected and analyzed by our company according to a mid-scale dyeing mill in mainland China. For producing each 1,000 kilograms of yarn, which will cost about 5,500 kilograms of water, and cost 3.5 square meters of gas, as well as 1,000 kilowatt hour of electricity. Well, in this case, if we skipped the dyeing process, that is what we can save. Well, somebody may ask a question. This list and your analysis is quite reasonable, but to be honest, we're more focused on the quality, the product itself. Is there any bad influence to the product itself after skipping dyeing process? For example, the peeling, the colorlessness, the softness. Well, then let's see this general report about the test. First of all, the colorlessness, which is 4.5 to 5 degree. We can say this is a pretty high degree comparing with traditional dyeing. The second test, peeling test, has an increase of 0.5 degree. The third one is less chemical retain. We say less. It's quite conservative because later I will show you an actual Sgs Test Report. You will find from the report that the chemical retain is actually 0. The fourth one is the lead time. Because we skipped the dyeing process, so the lead time will be significantly shortened to 15 to 20 days. Finally, let's go to the Sgs Test Report. This Sgs report is from one of our dry dyed yarn. So we can see from this test report, the first item is color fastness. We will find there is color fastness to saliva, which is 4.5 to 5. We can see there is color fastness to washing and perspiration. They are all 4.5 to 5. Then we can see the color fastness to rubbing. It's also 4 to 5. In general, we can find out all the color fastness to all the necessary tests are all 4 to 5. So this is not available for current dyeing method, for all the other current dyeing method. Then let's go to the pH value. The pH value of this collection is 6.3. So this is a perfect pH value for all the garments. If any audience here working for kids wear, so you will know the pH value is also a very important test item for kids wear. Then let's go to chemical items. So we can find there is PCP, TCP, OPP test. Then we will find, according to this report, all those chemicals are not found. They are all not detected. I think there will be even more and more specified and stricter requests on those items. If there is anyone who working for kids wear, you will be quite familiar with the PCP. So this data, this item is getting more and more specified by Europe. Then let's review this test report again. We'll find all those items are not detected. Let's go to more items about chemical retenance. We will find all of those items are not detected. The last one is dispersed dyeing chemical. We will find it's also all not detected. In conclusion, we will find this collection is very reliable, very safe, especially good for the knitwears which will directly contact the human skin. For suppliers, surely this is a good thing because you don't need to worry about any test report issue. So till now, what we're talking about is all about the good part of this collection, the advantages of this product. But people would say, let's see the disadvantages. For sure, this collection have its disadvantages, of course. The main problem of this collection is about the color. We know pigment dye always have problem with the saturation of the color. It is not able to dye very high saturation colors. For example, some very bright colors. In order to solve this problem, we work with some raw material suppliers. So let's see this color list, this color book. You can see we did a lot on basic colors with a different saturation, different brightness. So on basic colors, here's no big problem. These are the colors that we can do right now, which is over 150 colors. For the other colors, we're still under development, but you can see we already did a lot. So our goal is 200, 300 colors, so this is not at the end. So here is the brief introduction of our dry dye collection. Thank you very much.